Hi, this is the CAD/CAM Lessons channel, and in this video I'll show you how to design a part like this in FreeCAD. It's a simple part. We will cover some basic things here, but we will mainly focus on the sketch and on the fact that sometimes you have to click around a bit to bring the sketch to a state where it is fully constrained. We start this as a parametric part, and here we will begin by creating a sketch on the XY plane. Here I choose drawing a rectangle from the center at rectangle command, and I place the center of the rectangle at the origin point of the coordinate system. So here, when I hover over this point, a constraint symbol appears by the cursor, and now when I left click, the center of the rectangle will be automatically connected to the origin point of the coordinate system. However, for this to happen automatically, we need to have automatic constraints enabled, and here we have the automatic constraints option and we have the automatic removal of redundant constraint option. And if you use my tutorials, it's worth having these options checked. Sometimes in new installations of FreeCAD, the automatic removal of redundant constraints option is not checked, and this can sometimes cause the sketch to change color to orange. And this is one of the places where beginner users wonder whether they did something wrong or whether something is wrong with FreeCAD. And that's simply how FreeCAD works. And here, as for this rectangle, let's also check the rounded corners option so that we create a rectangle with rounded corners. And now we enter the rectangle dimensions. I enter 100, press enter, enter 50, press enter, and as the corner radius, I enter 5 and press enter. And okay, we have the rectangle drawn, and I right click to cancel the rectangle drawing command. I also turn on cursor highlighting. Okay. And now, based on this sketch, we will create a solid by extruding the sketch to a height of 5. Here we have the solid height, that is the value to which we will extrude this sketch, so that based on this sketch we get a solid. I click OK and we have a simple plate like this. And now we will create another fragment of the solid. We will also do it based on a sketch, but this time we create the sketch on this face. Select this face, choose create sketch. And here we will start by drawing a rectangle like before. We choose this command. We place the center point of the rectangle here, and as the rectangle dimension we enter 80 by 30 and press enter, and here I didn't select the option to create a rectangle with rounded corners, and we can add those rounded corners now, or we can simply draw the rectangle again. I will add these rounded corners using the fillet command. I choose this command and select the 4 corners of the rectangle. And here, as you can see, the sketch changed color to white, meaning it is no longer fully constrained because we didn't add a dimension for this fillet. And to do that, I select the radius, press the D key to activate dimensioning, left click to specify the position of this dimension. That doesn't really matter, but we simply have to left click so that we can enter the dimension value. And as the radius, I enter 4. I press enter and I right click to cancel this command. And now I left click these fillets and I will apply equal constraints here so that these radii are equal to each other. And now I choose drawing a circle and I place the center of the circle at the midpoint of this line. And note that when I move the cursor near the midpoint of this line, the symbol of that constraint appears by the cursor. If I now click here, the center of the circle has been automatically constrained to the midpoint of this line. And as the radius value I enter 20, I press enter, and now I'll create more circles so that the centers of these circles lie on the midpoints of lines. I move the cursor near the midpoint of the line, I left click, and here we will draw a circle with a diameter of 10. Okay, and we draw more circles. Here we draw a circle with any diameter, and here we also draw a circle with any diameter. I now right click, and now I select this circle, I select this circle, and I press the E key to specify that these circles have the same diameter. And now I select this circle, I select this circle, and here I also press the E key to apply the equal constraint. And okay, we have a sketch like this, and now we will move on to trimming geometry. And during trimming geometry, it's often the case that we lose certain constraints, and then those constraints have to be added again. There is nothing wrong with that, that's just how it is. And if we create a sketch in stages, drawing some geometry, then trimming that geometry, it often happens that we lose certain constraints, and the sketch will no longer be fully constrained, and we will have to apply such constraints manually. And that is the main element of this video. I want to show you that this is simply normal, that this is how it works in FreeCAD, that we can simply create some geometry, we will constrain it, and it seems that everything is already fine, and then we introduce some slight changes, like for example in this case I choose the trim edge operation, and I'll trim a fragment of a circle and a fragment of a line, and here we already lost constraints, and there is nothing wrong with that, that's just how FreeCAD works, and in a moment we will fix it. But now we trim fragments of circles and fragments of the rectangle to get something like this. Okay, and now I right click, and to check places where constraints are missing, we can click here, and here the places where constraints are missing will be highlighted. However, for a beginner user, this may not mean much, and even for me it doesn't say much. Other than that, I more or less know where to look for places without constraints, but I don't really know what constraints to apply here so that the sketch is fully constrained. That's why in such situations I do it like this. I deselect all geometry, I left click in the working area, and now I gently grab some geometry point. And here I can already see that the constraint is missing that would place this point on this line. Back then this point was placed at the midpoint of this line, but we removed that line. So we have to apply the constraint manually here, and we do it like this. We select the point, select the line, and I choose the coincident constraint here. And we will do the same with this point. I select this point, I select the y-axis, and I choose the coincident constraint. And here we already have 2 degrees of freedom, and we can do it like this. We select this point, select this line, and choose the coincident constraint, and probably the same will have to be done here. We select the point, select the line, and choose the coincident constraint. And the sketch is now fully constrained, so as you can see, it resulted from the fact that we simply removed a fragment of a line to which a constraint had been applied, and we just had to add the constraint again. So sometimes such situations can occur in FreeCAD. And let's assume we already have a finished sketch, but it turns out that we need to introduce further changes, and we need to add a few more fillets. I choose the fillet command, and we will add fillets in these places. I click one line, I click a circle, and I add fillets in the next places. And as you can see, the sketch changes color to white again, and more degrees of freedom appear. And that results from the fact that we simply introduce changes in the sketch, changes in places where there were constraints, and those constraints are deleted, and we have to apply other constraints so that the sketch is fully constrained again. I right click to cancel that, and here it mainly results from the fact that these radii are not dimensioned, and here we can do it like this. I select this radius, choose the dimensioning command, and here as the radius value I enter for example 2. I press enter and I dimension this radius, and here as the radius value I'll enter for example 4. Although in this case we can do it a bit differently, I right-click to cancel this command, I select this dimension and press delete to remove it, and we will do it like this. I select this radius that is dimensioned, and now I select this radii that should have the value 4, and I choose the equal constraint. Now I select this radius and I select the remaining radii that are not dimensioned, and here we also apply the equal constraint, and once again the sketch is fully constrained. And now we won't freely change the position and dimensions of this sketch. And in FreeCAD this is normal. We simply draw a sketch when we make changes to it, even though the sketch was previously constrained and it might seem like the changes aren't drastic. Often even these simple changes result in the need to reapply the constraints. And I'm saying this mainly with beginner FreeCAD users in mind and people who are just starting their adventure with 3D modeling. That's simply how it is. Parametric 3D CAD systems have it that we must watch the relationships between geometries. We have to define these relationships so that the sketch is fully described and fully defined. Because parametric 3D CAD systems are mainly used for technical purposes and are used to prepare 3D models with precisely specified dimensions and with precisely specified geometry positioning. This geometry has precisely specified positioning relative to the origin point of the coordinate system and has precisely specified dimensions. And such 3D CAD systems are very often used to design real parts. Simply, someone designs a model of some part in 3D CAD system, and then, based on that, such a part is manufactured. That's why everything has to match here, and that also causes it that at the initial stage of learning such systems, regardless of whether it's FreeCAD or something else, we have to spend some time getting familiar with these basic principles. And in my opinion, FreeCAD is quite a good system for this because it's fairly demanding software, but thanks to the fact that it's demanding software, it forces the user a bit to master these basic principles related to creating 3D models in 3D CAD systems. In other systems, in commercial solutions that have a more refined and polished user interface, certain things can slip by unnoticed and we may not pay attention to them because such software can think a bit for us and may not show us certain things and we may simply not pay attention to it. And FreeCAD in this respect is fairly honest and demanding, but once we master the basics of 3D modeling in FreeCAD, switching to other software will be much easier. Often it will simply involve mastering a new interface, and the basics related to the principles of 3D modeling we will already have mastered. So in that respect, FreeCAD is really good, and what's more, it is completely free for everyone, even for people who would like to use such software commercially. And okay, now we will move on to creating another part of the solid based on this sketch. I close the sketch and here I will create another fragment of the solid by extruding this sketch. I choose the path operation and here I set the draft angle of the side walls to -3 degrees and I click OK. Now I will create fillets on all edges of the top face. I left click this face to select it and choose the fillet command. And here we will create a fillet with a radius of 1. I click OK. And now I click one line of this lower contour that defines this shape and I choose fillet. And here a fillet will be added to the entire chain. And here we will also add a fillet with a radius of 1 and I click OK. And in this way we created such a part. And now I'll show you one of the operations that in FreeCAD can cause problems, especially among beginner users, and it is the thickness operation. This operation allows you to create a solid with walls of a specified thickness, And the point is that we select some face on the model, and that face will be the face to remove, and we will create a shell based on this solid. And okay, we select the face, choose the thickness operation, and the first thing we very often see after choosing this operation is some error and no effect on the model. And very often the solution to this problem is simply changing this option to intersection, and now everything seems to be correct. Here we can change the wall thickness value. Let's set for example 2, and we click OK. And that is how this operation works. And with the thickness operation I often had problems myself, but many of these problems were solved when I learned about the intersection option. And okay, that's how it works in FreeCAD, and that's where we will finish for today. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to this channel.